What's up, guys? So I am in the desert, middle of nowhere. Um, I don't even know if another human is within 20 miles. Uh, about an hour ago, I saw a dust cloud of a car way off in the distance, but I came out here to seek complete solitude, and I've been so excited about this. I put this on the calendar a long time ago. My buddy Bernie knew of this Airbnb. Basically, it's just a shipping container, and I'm way out here in West Texas in the largest dark preserve in North America, meaning they preserve the stars out here. Basically, they protect light, and which ironically I've got a big moon above me, so I'm probably not gonna get the best effect with the moon. But I came out here all week. I'm gonna be here. I drove all day today, which is Monday. I'm going to be out here all day Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm going to drive all day Friday to get home. But I'm coming to really to work on ideas for my next book. I am going to do a lot of reading. I have a whole stack of books, mainly from old dead theologians, and really listen to the quiet, look at the stars. I brought a guitar with me. If there's any kind of gospel inspiration on my guitar, if I could do that, watch the sun go down, watch the sun come up, do a lot of hiking through this barren desert. And kind of the interesting twist of all of it is I'm going to fast. I'm not going to eat anything for at least 72 hours. And so what I'm doing right now, I am actually cooking my final meal, and it is beef stroganoff with noodles, camp style. So there's a mini kitchenette in this Airbnb, but I figured I would control what I know I can control since I hadn't been here before. And I've got, my little camp stove out here, boiled some water. So what I am doing this week is I'm drinking coffee. So I got a lot of coffee. I'm going to be jacked up on caffeine, but this is going to be my last meal Monday. It's Monday evening, and my next meal will be, Lord willing, Thursday evening. And I honestly don't know how this is going to go. I think I'm going to go crazy. Whether it's because of the solitude or the just the not consuming media, not having food, that's going to be a big one, right? But I think through this craziness, I'm expecting my brain to be a little crazy and then start to focus. And this next book is going to be really important to me, the follow-up to Like a River. So it's going to have a lot of stories in it, and it's going to be kind of more of my journey and some pitfalls that I ran into. So it's going to take some clarity, and it's going to take some desert to pull these ideas out of me, so I can go home and finish it with a clear mind. Anyway, I feel great right now. Drove all day, and I'm about to eat a good meal. But I don't know how this rest of the trip's going to go. That's why I've got a camera, and that's when I'm gonna do some filming. If I end up not doing too well, at least it'll be all documented. Welcome to the video. I I actually had plans to film a lot today. This is day one, I guess. This is after a full day here. Slept last night. Slept like a rock. Got up and actually worked out. I brought some dumbbells here to work out. Did some reading. Did my Bible reading. Had a good prayer time out here in the desert. Actually took a walk. If I see if I can show you. Went around the storage container and I went up about almost to the base of that little hill over there, and was kind of just scouting a position, a place that I thought that I can go up the mountain, and had full intention of coming back here and getting my Camelback and filling it with water and some hydration pills, for the water, and went and go up the hill, but I didn't. I came back here and thought I would start working on the book, and then ended up I've been sitting here for 6 hours. So I have 1,952 words. Is that right? That's interesting. That's my dad. I was just literally writing a little bit about my dad, and that's the year he was born, 1952. That's ironic. Decided to go get the camera because beautiful sunset. I should actually film that. And I thought, well, I better say something because it's the end of day one and I haven't filmed a single thing today. But that's good. I'm actually encouraged that I was able to write just shy of 2,000 words on this book. This is the beginning of it, and so starting the beginning and getting it going is a big part of the challenge. Is once I could kind of unlock that, I figured it would really help get the rest of the book just rolling. That's how Like a River was. It is so quiet. I haven't seen another human. I haven't heard anything really. There's not even any birds. I actually put a little bowl of water out here. I was like, well, maybe a bird will come and drink out of the water because it's the desert and there's nothing here, but not even a bird. Occasionally I'll see one, off in the distance, but it is just incredible solitude. My brother Parker was like, why are you driving 8 hours to go to some place to get inspiration for your book when you could get an Airbnb like an hour from the house or something, or go to Mom's? I think this is why. Tomorrow, I have plans tomorrow to actually take you inside and show you the extent of this little storage container house. And I'll do that tomorrow. And I also plan on going up the mountain tomorrow, taking a little trek up there and having an adventure with the camera. But I'm kind of happy that day one I didn't do anything but write and haven't eaten. So day one of not eating too, I'm about right at 24 hours from the last time I had a meal sitting with you guys right here at this table. I've had a couple cups of coffee. I had a Celsius energy drink, and I brought some sunflower seeds that I'm not eating. I'm just sucking the salt off of them. Just to make sure I'm getting some sodium, but there's no calories because I'm not eating the actual sunflower seeds. So, yeah, doing good. That sunset's incredible, and so I'm gonna get the GoPro out and try to get a time lapse of that before I say anything else. Day one, just me and the computer, has been, I think, a success. What's up? It is, let's see, this is it's day 2 full and day 3 total. I am doing okay. I'm not going crazy. I'm thoroughly enjoying the silence and the solitude. Before I say anything else on this video, I want to say this. I'm so grateful for Amber that she allows her husband to go into the desert for 5 days while she stays at home and holds down the fort and takes care of the babies. And she does it graciously without complaining. She encourages me, and there is so much joy in my heart because of her generosity. This allows me to truly be free in creativity. I am very happy to announce here that I wrote for 8 to 10 hours yesterday, I think about 10. And then today I wrote, right now it's 3:30, and I've been writing since about 11, so 4.5 hours today. And I've finished chapter 1. So super excited about that. 4,500 words, chapter 1 is done, and that really creates a space for me to go into chapter 2 and then the rest of them. And chapter 1 is definitely the hardest because it sends me off in the direction that I need to go. The rest of them should be easier besides the last chapter, which just wraps up everything. So because I finished chapter 1 and it's only 3:30, I'm going to take a break and go up into the hills. I'm fueling up on some coffee right now. I have not eaten since Monday dinner, and now it's Wednesday 3:30. I'm a little drained. I'm a little bit lacking on energy, but that's also because it's 3:30 and I've been looking at my computer for many hours straight. So that's why I'm filling up on some coffee. But other than that, I feel good. I don't actually feel overly hungry, and the plan is, Lord willing, to eat my first meal tomorrow evening. So that's about 30 hours from now, 26 hours from now or so. Let me show you a little bit around this place. It's very simple. I walked in here at the door, and all that it is one room. Bed over here, which has been comfortable. I've actually slept with the windows open because there's nobody out there and it's pitch black, and it's super quiet. So couch, this is kind of where I've been hanging. I got my guitar in case inspiration hits me here. It has not yet. This has been my little writing spot, little charging station, kitchen. I've got my books all piled up here that I've been kind of going through these different books, just gaining inspiration for this book. Still having some sunflower seeds without the seeds themselves, just for the salt. This is how I've been making coffee, and I cheated just now and I made coffee here. Don't judge me. And then bathroom. That's all there is to it. Everything here is off the grid. It's on a big solar panel outside, and then so that's where the power comes from, and the AC. And then I had to bring in my own water, but there is non-potable water in a big tank outside, and that's what I've been able to use for a shower. So that's it. I mean, very, very quiet. I haven't seen another human being or heard another human being. I've heard a lot of coyotes, but no humans. sit. Man, I mean, I can see so far from here in every direction. It's interesting because I've been to Israel twice this year, and it is in many ways just like this. Rocks, desert, mountains, dry. I think I'm gonna sit here. In fact, I think I'm gonna pull out the old drone. These things will get you. You end up looking down and they're just on your leg. It's difficult to ride horses through this country because these get all over your horses. Let's fly around a little bit. Something I brought up here is it's called the Vision of Valley. Or excuse me, sorry, I'm tired. It's called the Valley of Vision, and this is pretty cool. My mom got me this last Christmas. It's a collection of Puritan prayers and devotions. So it's really neat to go back and look at what and how the Puritans prayed. And I think this is a great place to read some Puritan prayers. In fact, I'll read one right here. I just randomly opened this, haven't read it before, so it says, just the beginning, Author of all existence, source of all blessedness, I adore thee for making me capable of knowing thee, for giving me reason and conscience, for leading me to desire thee. I praise thee for the salvation of thyself in the gospel, for thy heart as a dwelling place of pity, for thy thoughts of peace toward me, for thy patience and thy graciousness, for the vastness of thy mercy. Thou hast moved my conscience to know how the guilty can be pardoned, the unholy sanctified, the poor enriched. May I always be amongst those who not only hear but know thee, who walk with and rejoice in thee, who take thee at thy word and find life there. Keep me always longing for a present salvation and Holy Spirit comforts and rejoicings, for spiritual graces and blessings, for help to value my duties as well as my privileges. May I cherish simplicity and godly sincerity of character. Help me to be in reality before thee. As in appearance I am before men, to be religious before I profess religion, to leave the world before I enter the church, to set my affections on things above, to shun forbidden follies and vanities, to be a dispenser as well as a partaker of grace, to be prepared to bear evil as well as to do good. O God, make me worthy of this calling, that the name of Jesus may be glorified in me, and I in him. That is beautiful. And so is this place. Found another one I wanted to read here. This is the back half of it, the end of it. It's called The Great God. Nothing
exceeds thy power. Nothing is too great for thee to do, nothing too good for thee to give. Infinite is thy might, boundless thy love, limitless thy grace, glorious thy saving name. Let angels sing for sinners repenting, prodigals restored, backsliders reclaimed, Satan's captives released, blind eyes opened, broken hearts bound up, the despondent cheered, the self-righteous stripped, the formalist driven from a refuge of lies, the ignorant enlightened, the saints built up in their holy faith. I ask great things of a great God. Wow. I really need to up my writing game. Puritans, they were good writers, inspired by a good God. You hear that? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I have no lights out here, by the way. This is moonlight only. And I made it down from the mountain. It's 6:44 p.m. It would be dinner time, but I'm actually doing fine. I haven't thought much about food. I've kind of been in this still in kind of a detox mode. Been away from humans. I've spoken with Amber and the kids, but other than that, this has just been a total detox, and it's been fantastic. I'm excited about the chapter. I'm about to go into the cabin here and do a little editing on the chapter. Maybe pull out the guitar a little bit. And I wasn't actually planning on filming anything tonight. I was going to start the video again tomorrow. But as I was sitting out here, I was just like, I need to remember this. So whether or not it's for the Smiths or not, it doesn't really matter. I just want to remember this. Absolute silence. The wind hardly blows. It hasn't even really blown on this trip. It's just been still and quiet. The temperature drops fast. It's like 80 degrees today, and now it's quickly dropping. It's really chilly, but just absolutely incredible. The stars have been amazing. It takes a while for the moon, obviously, to go. It's in the east, and it's going back to the west to set, and it doesn't set till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. But when I get up in the morning, it's just, the stars are just breathtaking. And I think for a little bit, isn't it crazy that people used to live like this all the time? People used to live with a full blanket of stars over their head every single night. And we've been robbed of that. And we often don't see the stars. And because of that,
we don't think deeply about the universe and about the creator of the universe as we ought, because we're not reminded of it. And so we're a little bit of a disadvantage because we don't have that constant reminder of walking out into this just array, this plethora of lights above our head, shooting stars. I mean, I see shooting stars everywhere. Yeah. I just wanted to share that. I'll see you in the morning. It's Thursday. I say that because I don't know what day it is. It's Thursday and I started on Monday. I got here Monday. I also have not eaten since Monday. But I had some really good work today on the book. Went through an editing process of chapter 1. I think it's in a good place. I think it's in a place where I could start chapter 2. And that's huge. It's now like 6,500 words in chapter 1. So I think that's a little bit on the long side. So I might have to wiggle some of that out of it. But I'm very happy with it. And I don't know. I don't think I'm going crazy. I think I'm okay. I hiked today and I got about 2 miles out and I started feeling very fatigued. Sat down and started reading a little bit on one of these little hills over here and started reading a little bit and realized that I was more tired than I thought I was. And I actually started wondering if I was going to be able to make it back. Not like in a, nothing to worry about here. I just thought, man, I'm very fatigued and I've got to walk 2 miles back through this desert. But of course I did. And it's been fine. It's been 72 hours since I've had any calories. And I guess I'll be totally honest. A couple things I'll be honest about. One, I'm actually not that hungry. I'm not that hungry. I'm just fatigued. And two, I'm wondering if having that, I should have thought of this earlier. It's poor planning on my part, but I'm wondering if that dehydrated meal is the right thing to eat after fasting for 72 hours. It's got a lot of sodium in it. It's got, a lot of preservatives in it. This is probably not the best thing to eat. I probably should have gotten like something really light, something easy on my stomach. I am most excited about tomorrow because I'm going home and I've already planned my breakfast stop in Alpine, Texas. I think it's called Magoo's or something like that. But I already looked at the menu and everything, and it's got a really good huevos rancheros. So I'm gonna get that and some coffee. I'm very excited about that. And then I've already planned my lunch stop. I'm gonna go to Junction, Texas, and have Cooper's barbecue. And so, strangely enough, I'm more excited about breakfast and lunch tomorrow than I am about my dinner, having a freeze-dried meal. Once again, I shouldn't have done that. But I think I'm going to. Like, I'm actually debating whether or not to just go and sleep another night. But I think here's my other thought, as I'm going crazy in the desert. My other thought is that if I don't eat tonight something, then I'm going to put my body in a greater caloric deficit, adding another 12 hours or so to my time. And that might put me in a place where having that huevos rancheros actually really messed me up. I'd never gone over 72 hours In fact, I don't think I've ever gone 72. I think this is the longest I've ever gone without food. But I'll tell you what, I don't know what it was, but it was fruitful. I've been in a lot of prayer and a lot of Puritan reading and a lot of solitude. And it's been a magical time, really. I mean, look at this place. I haven't seen a human besides FaceTiming Amber and the kids. I and my mom. I haven't seen a human or talked to a human. There's something really cool about that. I also figured out, I think I talked about this yesterday, but because it's a full moon, or 1 day shy of it, and the way that it's rising right at sundown means it stays up all night. And so I got up this morning at 5 and came out here to see if the stars are going to be right. And when I came out at 5, the moon was over here, right on the horizon, setting. And so then at 5:30, it was still too bright for stars. 5:45, still too bright. And by the time the stars finally started coming out, the sun was glowing over here in the east. So anyway, I'm sorry, this is a boring video. I'm sorry, I'm rambling now. But I'm really trying to, I think I'm going to cook that freeze-dried meal. I think I'm going to do spaghetti. It's like about 500 calories. I had a couple options, and the spaghetti is the lowest of the sodium and of the other two. So let's go do that. Let's break the fast together. It says 500 calories. It's 250 calories per serving, and the serving size is 2. So I'm going to eat the whole thing. It has 590 milligrams of sodium. Oh, per serving. So 1,180 milligrams of sodium. That's not good. Ingredients: enriched spaghetti, some things I can't pronounce, tomato paste, beef, salt, rosemary extract, tomatoes, cane sugar, sea salt, onion powder, garlic powder, seasoning, herbs, savory, basil, thyme, red pepper powder. That doesn't sound like it's going to go well, but we'll see. Just thinking about that Magoo's place, man. That's going to be, because 500 calories, let's be honest, 500 is not going to do a dent after not eating for 3 days. So we'll just look at this as like the appetizer for the breakfast tomorrow. Smell it. That does something for me. That smells good, actually. Okay, now we wait for 5 minutes. I think that's what it says. And wait for 5 minutes, open package, stir and reseal. Let stand an additional 4 minutes. I stirred it and then close it again, and you're supposed to wait 4 minutes, and this is probably the longest 4 minutes I've experienced in my life. I'm at 3:04 right now. Ironically, Amber is in New York as we speak right now. She's with London and her friend Christine, and there couldn't be a place that's more opposite of this than New York City. Couldn't be a place that's louder than this, right? Or that's any more of a contrast. 3:41. Wow. I guess before I open, I can pray. Well, Father, as I sit here about to open this package of food, I feel gratefulness for it. This food is a reminder that you always provide through Christ. Please bless it to the nourishment of my body. And let me remember that you are all I need. In Jesus' name, amen. It certainly looks ready. It does smell good. It smells like spaghetti and meatballs. All right, here we go. Six 6:48 p.m. I'm right at the 72-hour mark. It's really good. It's really good. Wow. Let me taste everything. Wow. It was worth it. Now I'm glad I made the decision to eat now. And that breakfast is still going to be good tomorrow, but I'm glad I made the right decision tonight.